The Nest update to White Knuckle added a whole bunch of new content for all of us to enjoy, but the main focus of this new content is combat and the enemies. For this, we're mainly just going to get into the enemies and the combat behind them instead of the combat system itself. I will still be making a video on the combat system itself in the future, but for now I don't have it ready. So I'll link that down below when that's done. Without further ado, let's get into it. Passive enemies. Okay, so this is the Grub Sister. These guys take 2 hammer hits and 1 gunshot to kill. If you kill those guys, I just told you those things so that you didn't do it. You are evil. Straight up evil. Now, neutral, the only neutral mob is the Moth Whelp, which is the same as a Bloodbug in both health and everything. They're just made different so that new players would think that they're not hostile. They attack you when you grab onto them, because all they do is attack you and drain stamina. They're a movement tool. They take 5 hammer hits and 2 gunshots to kill. Okay, now where most of the mobs are. Barnacle Scientist. Okay, they take 1 gunshot to the head, that's their weak point, and 3 gunshots to anywhere else. These guys can have injectors and food bars in their pockets, so make sure to check them. There's Barnacle Security. These guys take 3 shots in the head to kill, and 5 shots anywhere else. Now, these guys, if they have a little light, they can have up to 2 different, ammo cartridge things. But usually they just have 1. And now both of these guys can attack you with barnacle-like tongues, and they're found in infested labs and hot zone. Bloodbug Swarm. These guys are like baby blood bugs. They take 1 hammer hit, 1 gunshot, and 1 hand grab thing to kill. And now they spawn in groups of 5, and that's it. Yep. So they're in the hot zone. Sprider. Now these guys suck. They take 2 hammer hits and 1 gunshot to kill. They spawn anywhere in the nest, really. When they attack you, they slash at you and deal a debuff that, like, I don't know, it's temporary, but, like, it really impacts your movement, IDK. Bloodbug Spitter, same debuff stuff. 5 hammer hits to hit kill, 2 gunshots to kill. They spit on you, and that applies movement debuffs. They are in Feeding Trout and Hot Zone. And now the Vernal Gasbag is exactly the same as the normal Gasbag in every way, except that, oh yeah, they also take that to kill. Except that they're smaller and they explode, dealing massive, massive damage. Well, much more damage. Also dealing, I think, a little bit more knockback. And they spawn exclusively in the hot zone. Now, the Grub Aunt, these guys, they will attack you with spears, which I'll get into later. Well, I'll have a slide on that later. But when they are doing so, their mouth is open, and what you can do is you can shoot that, and if you shoot in their open mouth, they only take 2 hits in their face. Otherwise, their weak spot is their face, and it takes 3. Body takes 5. As said, they spit bone spears at you, and my best advice is just to keep moving and kill them when you're doing that. You can kill them pretty quickly. They spawn also exclusively in the hot zone. This one is the Ravelin. Now this one's pretty special. They will slash at the player, and how you kill them is you will shoot a light spot or like a yellow spot on their backish area. Now it takes 3 hits to kill with that, but every time you shoot it, well, when you shoot it, they get an attack speed buff and here, let me go back. They close up their thing, and they get an attack speed buff and a rotation speed buff, so they can slash at you better. Now even when it is closed, you can still shoot at it. It's just much, much harder. They're also exclusively in the hot zone. Now, the final thing we have here, pretty much, I think, is the tick egg. And now, okay. Now I thought I saw a flash. And now these guys take 1 gunshot to kill, and they spawn the next enemy, the tick. Now these guys take a hammer hit or a gunshot to kill, and they will latch onto you, and after a certain point, you can't get them off you. But I think at the beginning, you can just hit at them or shoot at them with your gun when they're on you. Thanks for watching. Like and comment down below if you like or want more content like this. Subscribe if you like my content and want to see more and stuff like that. And see you later, Defibrillator.